My name is Erica Shoemate, and I am the policy goddess. And I focus on all things policy, transforming all policy landscapes, really thinking about inclusivity as it relates to the policies that people write, how we bring those forward, how to help organizations transform in a way that's going to be inclusive for all and not just focus on one specific group. Some of the work that I've done is building out policies for tech startups, also focus on maternal health policies, generative AI, and really working across various landscapes to ensure that our voices are not only heard, but it is literally integral to good policy. MISN, some of the impact that I've seen is really how the organization has reached out to the community to ask what it needs. What are the gaps? Ensuring that the right people are in the room, from the public officials to the people that are out doing the work on the ground, and really looking at it from a grassroots level all the way back to where the policy decision making happens. And I think that that is a gold standard for how to do good healthcare work in the community and really have impactful change, especially when you think about some of the underserved communities where there's a lot of stigma, a lot of skepticism, and you really see this organization working across the state to ensure that they are meeting the needs of the people of this state. I think that the governmental agencies in particular could help to continue to support by ensuring that there is appropriate allocation and funding that can ensure that the people who are on the ground doing the work are not only compensated, but that they have the things that they need to ensure those, particularly if you're in a food desert, if there is housing issues, that they know where to go, they know the right people to contact, and they also know that if it is a real crisis, they know that there's also a 1-800 number to reach out to. I think that that is super important to not only have, but ensure that the community is aware through our local organizations, county officials, and just really throughout the state having that information readily available. I've always been a big policy and intelligence analysis person, and I spent over 11 years serving across the U.S. intelligence community, working for the U.S. government, working various national security threats. And that work I did not know would actually save my baby's life. My daughter was not expected to survive birth, and I literally used the techniques and tradecraft that I learned as an intelligence professional to save my daughter's life. And I've now taken that work to use my pain for purpose and really replicated that work to help clinicians understand their patients and to help patients advocate for themselves and empowering them to know that they have a voice and that this is a way to be heard. Sometimes it requires removing feelings out of the picture in order to get the facts across so that you can get done what you want to have done, whether, related to your child, related to yourself, the care that's happening and not happening, and really being able to articulate that in a way that's going to be translatable to the professionals that may be in the room or that's caring for your child. And so today, I not only do the work of advocacy, strategy, but also lobbying. I am an ambassador for the March of Dimes, and I also do some lobbying with them on bipartisan legislation that really impacts the entire country as we think about the maternal health crisis in the U.S., specifically for Black and Brown women. We know that it is a problem, and it's not enough to just have unconscious bias training. It is really important that you have people who've had lived experiences to really shape and humanize the stories. And that is where I come into the fold to impact the policies that might be on the floor as we think about we had maternal mortality acts that have been passed, the preemie acts, and things around stillbirths. And that is really important to share, like, all the things that encompass maternal health. It's not a singular thing. And like with my story, having a child that was in a neonatal intensive care unit for 118 days and having her also survive open heart surgery, being in the cardiac ICU. And that is really, honestly, transformed me, and it like redirected my purpose. So I'm not one singular thing. And I really love that about me, is that you can't put me in a box. And policy is what I do, and policy is really where the change happens.